Do you have anyone in your life right now who's pushing your buttons, who is very good at inviting you into the pit, dare I say it, triggering you in some kind of way? If so, I have a very effective and very bonkers exercise that I will share with you right now. So what I want you to do is I want you to bring this person to mind. So whoever it is, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a work colleague, maybe it's an ex-partner that you're struggling to let go of. But whoever it is, just bring this person to mind and just notice if they were stood in this room with you now, or wherever it is you are, if they were somewhere in your physical space, where would they be? And as you imagine this person in your physical space, just notice how near or far they are to you. Are they quite close? Are they far away? Notice how big or small they are. Notice perhaps the color scheme of this image. So do they seem quite brightly lit? Are they quite dim? How do they show up for you? In the vast majority of cases, if you have chosen someone who really is triggering you right now, chances are the answer to these questions will be that they're quite close, they seem quite big, they're probably quite brightly lit. And that's because the brain assigns qualities to things in our mind based on how we feel about them. Now, if something is triggering us, as far as the nervous system is concerned, that is a threat, right? So we need to be aware of it. We need to make sure that we don't miss that thing, because as far as the nervous system is concerned, it needs to protect us from that threat. So it makes it big and unmissable. Now, the problem with this is that in modern day society, there is no real threat. Our lives are not on the line because of this person. And even though they're not in the same physical space as us, our subconscious mind is carrying the feeling around with us as if they were, right? And this will be triggering our chemistry in a really unuseful way. So the question is, how do we change it? And this is where the bonkers bit comes in. So what I want you to do is I want you to put your hands around this imagined person. And what you're going to do is you're going to shrink it down. So you're going to shrink this person down in your mind so that they are literally to the point where they're the size of a peanut. So literally it'll be like this. And as you shrink them down, perhaps you can hear them with some kind of cartoony, squeaky voice going like that, like this. So now you have this person in your hand. They're very tiny, almost insignificant, you would say. Now, this is the really bonkers part. What you're going to do is you're going to take this little peanut of a person and you are going to walk to your bathroom and you're going to flush them down the toilet. Yes, you heard me right. I said you're going to flush them down the toilet. And it's no offense to this person. It's not like you're actually flushing down the toilet, but neurologically what you're doing is you are starting to create space between you and this imagined kind of entity, because that's all it is. It's literally just an imagined entity in the fantasy of your mind right now. So this is a really effective, despite how bonkers it is, but maybe because of how bonkers it is, this is a really effective exercise in the art of detachment. And obviously we are bringing in a bit of humor, a bit of mischief here as well. And as far as the nervous system is concerned, it cannot be in a state of threat when it is in a state of humor. So that is part of the magic. So give it a go and you can thank me later.